Determining how often floods occur and how often there are big precipitation events is something that's important for society to know. So we're here at LaSalle Lake, which is the deepest lake in Minnesota, to collect sediment. Today we used what's called a freeze core. Freeze coring is this super cool way of collecting sediment where you take a giant steel wedge and you pour ethanol and dry ice into the top of it, and that makes the side of the wedge super cold. So then you can lower it down into the sediment, and it's kind of like sticking your tongue on a hole in the winter when it's really cold. Your tongue will just stick to it. That same principle applies here, where that sediment is just sticking to the side of the core. The cool thing about this lake is, and this is pretty unusual, it forms annual layers called varves. They're sort of like tree rings. So we can collect sediment cores, count these layers back in time so we know exactly how old the sediment is, and then in the lab measure changes in the sediment chemistry, and that can tell us how much precipitation fell in that individual year. Producing these, we call them reconstructions, will allow us to extend that precipitation record back far enough so that we can determine what the actual 1 in 100 event likelihood really is, and that gives policymakers and water resource managers better information to go on in terms of developing infrastructure, things like culverts for roads and the likelihood of flooding and what needs to be done to manage that. UMD provides the support and the foundation for research that directly impacts the lives of Minnesotans. It's an inspiring and really fulfilling job.